to Mike Noyes. He's director of the charity ActionAid here in London, and we can get his perspective. How can ActionAid help? How is ActionAid helping, Mike?
Martin, isn't it? Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to talk. ActionAid has been working in northern Syria for a while now with partners who are based in Hatay province in Turkey. So we're hoping to respond in both areas. We're hearing already from our partners inside northern Syria, and we've managed to get the first stories from them today of their work in terms of rescuing people from the rubble in villages in Syria. And I think one of the things we've seen, of course, is we're getting a lot of stories from Turkiye itself because of the sort of initial impact there, and of course because Turkiye is relatively well developed and has good media capacity and a very strong government who's mobilising to respond there. That, of course, isn't the case in Syria. So while we'll be looking at what we can do in Turkiye, and we're very pleased to see, for example, the UK government's deployment of search and rescue there at the moment, we're also looking at what we can do in northern Syria. Our colleagues from Amman in Jordan will be leading that response for us. We'll be backing them up. We're working very much in terms of giving them the backfill so that those who know the region best can get out to where the need is to support our local partners. We're pushing very hard for funding here in the UK. We've launched an appeal to our supporters that overnight has already brought in something like £75,000, and we hope that will continue in the days and weeks to come.
Mike, this is the sort of territory you need airlift support, don't you? Is that even practical in northern Syria today?
I think, as our colleague from the International Rescue Committee was saying there at the moment, the real challenges are going to be logistics. We know that there's a chance of getting things into places like Gaziantep that can, of course, support the response in Turkey, but will also be able to support the response into northern Syria. Frankly, northern Syria is a bit of a no-fly zone. It wouldn't really be wise for us to start airdrops and things in there at this stage until, of course, there's much more clarity from the whole international community, from Syrian opposition forces, and from the Syrian regime and government in itself as to what security guarantees could be offered for things like that. It would be a great solution. It's a very high-risk solution that I don't think we're prepared to consider without guarantees at this stage.
Mike, thank you so much for waiting patiently to tell us your story. We're now concluding my segment on air here, so I must wrap things up at this point. But ActionAid, we wish you well in your work you're going to be doing in the coming days, particularly for the communities in northern Syria.